Hey guys, it's Jeremy again, and I am here to do a very amazing video for you guys because it's going to be a book review, and I have not done a book review in 2 months. What actually happened of how this video is, being up for you guys is I actually finished reading the second book of this series, and then I realized, wait, hold the phone, I never reviewed the first book. So you guys would be completely lost if I actually reviewed the second book without having reviewed the first one. So that's what I'm here to do for you guys. You guys get back-to-back book reviews. It's amazing. I'm so excited. So the book I'm going to review for you guys today will be on Divergent by Veronica Roth. This is the first book in the Divergent series. Almost everybody knows about this series. This is not like a new series. This has been out for several years. But that's the cover, and it's really beautiful. I love this cover. And that is the spine and the back. And as per usual, I'm going to read you the inside cover, and let's get this going. In Beatrice Pryor's dystopian Chicago, society is divided into 5 factions, each dedicated to the cultivation of a particular virtue. Candor the honest, abnegation the selfless, dauntless the brave, amity the peaceful, and erudite the intelligent. On an appointed day of every year, all 16-year-olds must select the faction in which they will devote the rest of their lives. For Beatrice, the decision is staying with her family and being who she really is. She can't have both. So she makes a choice that surprises everyone, including herself. During the highly competitive training that follows, Beatrice renames herself Tris and struggles to determine who her friends really are and where exactly a romance with a sometimes fascinating, sometimes infuriating boy fits into the life she's chosen. But Tris also has a secret, one she's kept hidden from everyone, because she's been warned it can mean death, and she discovers a growing conflict that threatens to unravel her seemingly perfect society. She also learns that her secret might help those save those she loves, or it might help her save those she loves, or it might destroy her. I am so sorry. That was the worst reading of a synopsis I've ever done before. I'm so sorry. It's been one of those days for me. But as I said before, this is the first book in the Divergent series by Veronica Roth. And yeah, so if you have read this book, that's great. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And people who have never read this book, I'll tell you just enough which it'll hopefully make you want to go and pick it up. I'm going to have to be a little vague because so much happens in this book. So much information is told. We get to know so many different characters. So I will do the best of my ability to review this book in a way where it'll hopefully make you guys, or maybe you'll want to pick this up and give it a read. This book follows our young girl, a young girl named Beatrice Pryor, and the world that she lives in is a YA dystopian, obviously, and she lives in the city of Chicago. And her world is and where she lives, Chicago, I'm all over the place today, is divided in 5 factions. And on one day every year you take a test, and that test basically tells you which of the 5 factions that would basically suit you best, basically, but you still have free reign to pick any of the 5 that you would want to go into besides the one you were born into, obviously. You can either choose to stay in that faction or go into the other 4, of the factions. And she does go into a different faction that was not abnegation, because she was born in abnegation, and you can switch during the choosing ceremony. And which on you just take your hand and you cut it, and then you bleed into one of the bowls, and that's the new faction that which you will devote the rest of your lives. In this world, there's the phrase faction before blood, meaning your faction comes first and then your family. Basically, after you choose, and if you don't remain in the same faction with your family basically, they're basically non-existent. They don't mean anything. They're basically dead, basically. Your faction comes first, and that's a really hard thing. I mean, I thought about that a lot, because I care about my family a great deal, and having, if I was in her shoes, that you're basically saying goodbye to your family. Basically, it basically makes your family look like a pile of shit to the life you now live. Sorry for swearing, but I'm trying to show more of me in my videos from now on. So, but she chooses something different, and it's more, and it's thrilling. It's different. It's so interesting. Her training, basically, because I don't know how to say the word that they have in here, is intense. They spend 10 weeks worth of training, and the first side of training is physical, and the other side is mental. And if you guys have read this book, you'll know what faction that is, but that's still not a big spoiler. And we get to meet so many different characters, such as Four, and Christina, and Will, and Al, and Peter, and Molly, and a whole group of characters that I just care so much for. They are awesome characters. If you guys are looking for a series for kick-ass female characters, oh my gosh, Triss is so kick-ass. She does not give a crap. If she doesn't really like you from the first time you meet her, she's gonna be honest and say, you know what, this is what I think of you. And I love characters like that. She's not afraid to hurt somebody's feelings. It was just awesome. And in this book, we learn some secrets, because when she took her test at the beginning of the book, it was revealed to be inconclusive, which they call as Divergent, which basically means your mind can't be corrupted. You can't be controlled. Your mind works on very multiple levels. And they also have things called simulations, which they put you under a simulation. Basically you're asleep in a way, but you're still active. Your brain is still active, and you're seeing and feeling and things that feel real but really aren't. And she chooses things very differently. In this world, the leader of Erudite Headquarters, Janine Matthews, does not like at all that Abnegation is basically the leader faction of the Five. They control all of the political aspects and the rules of the society. Janine does not like that. She wants Erudite to be the ruling faction, because they're the stronger faction. She believes that they are the strongest faction, and they deserve it more than any of the others. And so basically what happens is a massive war and a massive attack on the Abnegation faction, which I know is a little bit spoiler, but I'm trying to get people interested in the book. It was super intense. I have never read anything like this before. This is definitely unique in the YA dystopian genre. It was just amazing. There is love, and there's sacrifice, and there is intrigue, and there's action, there's suspense, there's intensity, I think there's something in this book for just every reader out there, whether you are a teen, an adult, or even elderly people are reading these books. This is an amazing book. We really get to see so many different sides to some of these characters. My favorite character in this series is Four. He is an amazing character with such a very interesting but also kind of sad background, because he's just so strong-willed, and he's very upfront with what he thinks of people. Again, he's very much like Triss in this way. He doesn't like you, he's going to be straight to your face about it, and I love that about a character. So I'm sad to say, but that's probably all you're going to get from my review of this. It's very vague, but I don't want to give away a lot, just because everybody on BookTube apparently has decided to ruin this book for every other reader, and I actively refuse to spoil this book, as so many readers have already done to other people's, a lot of people say this, well, I'm going to talk spoilers, so if you haven't read it, I suggest you leave this video. I hate videos like that. I really do. I cannot stand book reviews that do that, because what's the point of reviewing a book if you're just going to give away everything? how do you expect other people to pick up the book if you're just going to spoil everything? And that's why I will never do that. I will try at the best of my ability from now on to try to do non-spoiler reviews that hopefully get people interested in the book. And yeah, so that's my review of Divergent by Veronica Roth. And I also got this the other day, the Divergent movie, and my movie review of this will be up very soon. I will review the movie after I review Insurgent. So yes, and that's what the back looks like. So yeah, if you have not picked up Divergent by Veronica Roth, I highly recommend it. You can get it in paperback, but I suggest you just get the hardcover version of it because you can't get Insurgent or Allegiant in paperback yet. They have not come out in paperback in the States yet. So that's my review of Divergent by Veronica Roth. I hope I said something that'll make you want to pick it up. But before I go, I'm going to read you the back. One choice. One choice decides your friends. One choice refines your beliefs. One choice determines your loyalties forever. One choice can transform you. Oh my god. That sets a major tone for this book. It is fantastic, action-packed, epic, and just an amazing mind twist at the end. It was so good. So that is my review of Divergent. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope I said something that will make you want to pick it up. And look for my review for Insurgent coming very, very soon. I'll see you guys next time.